What's up, everybody? It's your boy Willie V, aka Bullboy Kennels. Have another short tip here for you. I'm sure this is probably has been covered many times before for different things, but I'll go ahead and give it a quick recap. Now, there's many people that use VisualHub, or they may use iMovie. Now, what's great about iMovie, especially when it comes to YouTube videos, is that you can create your own intros and pretty much spice them together for the most part. Now, the one downfall is usually the M4V files, as far as a file size is concerned. Even though the width and height may be the same, they're usually a lot bigger in size than, say, a MP4 file. So what you can do, if you still want to use a intro and or an outro on your video, you can use VisualHub. Now, pretty much the same thing can be done in QuickTime Pro, which I won't go over because I know I've done a few tutorials on QuickTime Pro, and so has eMeek as well, which is where I learned a lot of great beneficial things from using QuickTime Pro via eMeek's tutorials. But in this one, I'm going to show you VisualHub. Now, I have here my intro that I use for a lot of my videos that I do for YouTube. So I just call it YouTube intro. Now, we'll go ahead and open this up just to get the info. And as you can see, this is 960 by 540. It's only 12 seconds long, but it's almost 2.5 megabytes. So that's a considerable size for a 12-second video with just a little bit of music, you know, overlaid on top of it. Now, I want to take that file along with a .mov file, which I did a recording of. And this particular file is 960 by 600 as well. But it's about 30 megabytes in size. Now, they don't have to be the same size. I mean, the videos can definitely be a different size, which I'll go over that as well. But what I want to do is I want to take my intro, and since it's the intro, it's the first video file that I want to stick in VisualHub. So now I have it as my first video. Now I'll take my movie file and I'll put that one second. Now, usually when I encode my videos using VisualHub with the iTunes format, all devices, H.264 encoding, they usually always come out at 640 by 352, which for me is great. I love that size. That, or either 640 by I forget the exact dimension, but it's the one that iMovie does, which is more of a true widescreen format. But if for any reason you see that your video isn't coming out the size that you want, and you want to make it a certain size, just click on Advanced, and now you'll get this little box here. And you can pretty much set the size of the video that you want. So if you want it to be 640 by 352, you can make it that dimension. Now, I don't recommend messing with these other settings unless you want to use the 2-pass which will give you a higher resolution file, but at the sake of a bigger file size. So keep that in mind. So once you have that set, what you want to do is you want to click the selection that says Stitch Videos Together. You go ahead and click that. Once you have it set, click on Start. And it'll ask you for a file name. I'll just leave the name as it is because I'm not going to go through the whole process for it. Click OK. And this will start to encode the files and make it as one single movie. So let me go ahead and not cancel it because, as I said, I've already done this once, so I don't need to do it twice. Alright, now what you'll end up having is a .mp4 file, which I have here. And I'll go ahead and I'll open this file, and you'll notice that I use two separate videos. It'll be the size that I want it to be, but as one video. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Willie V, aka Boo Boy Kennels. Just have a quick little tip here for those that may be considering. Alright, and as you've seen, my video is now one video rather than two separate videos. And this was using a .mov file along with a .m4v file. Now, this technique is greatly used a lot by those that like to rip their DVDs and want to make a certain type of file format. And the way they do that is by using the same technique that I just showed you, which you would place in your VOB files. Typically they're about 1 gigabyte in size. And you would just stitch them together and it creates one file. So again, I hope that helps out some individuals that may not like to use iMovie or do not have QuickTime Pro or just do not wish to use QuickTime Pro, but do have VisualHub. I believe iSquint will probably do the same thing. I can't say for certain, because I don't use iSquint, but I do remember when I did use the trial, well not the trial, but when I did use the free version of iSquint, it did do the format for the iTunes. It didn't do all the other formats, of course, because it's the free version, but it did do the iTunes format, and I believe that one allows you to use the Stitch Videos Together feature. So if that is the case, then you can do that for free and not use QuickTime Pro in order to add intros and outros or bumpers to your videos. Anyways, this was Willie V, aka Boo Boy Kennels, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch.